Okay, I'm prepping for another core jump here, but I'm not ready yet. I saw a 4-year-old YouTube video that said if you do a core jump with a living ship, the living ship will not take damage. You know what? Because that information is 4 years old, I ain't gonna do it. So, but I am gonna. This is gonna be my second core jump, and this one I'm doing from. You can see in the upper left there what galaxy that is. However you pronounce that. Let's see. Let me guess. Is Dora Jung, and I have no idea if that's correct. I'm pretty sure it's probably not. Okay, so I need to jump into a system here that's, let's see, 8,000. So yeah, so what I'd like to find is, because I want to bring the freighter in, I'd like to find a black hole space that's peaceful where I can leave the freighter while I do this. Let's see, there's a one that's a level 3, that's the second one that's a level 3. There's one that's a level 1. Okay. So let me travel there. I'm in my living ship right now, but yeah. I'm just a 4-year-old video off of YouTube, and it's from a reliable source, but it's 4 years old. You know, it's 4 years old. That could have changed by then. Back then. I mean, I think living ships were like fairly new back then. Okay, so we got a black hole here for our next jump. I'm going to bring the freighter in. Alright. So let me dock this living ship, Little Nelly. I'm going to dock Little Nelly. Little Nelly comes from 007 movie where Sean Connery was playing James Bond. You only live twice, I think. Little Nelly was a gyrocopter that he used in the movie. That was pretty awesome. So I changed the name of my living ship to Little Nelly. Anyway, so we're here on the freighter. I'm going to do the multi-tool thing. Hey, dude. I'm going to do the multi-tool thing here. Hey, yeah, hi. Oh, yeah, wait, I still have a multi-tool in here. You know, I don't know which one it was, but I think it's that one. Let me see. Oh, anyway, let's archive these two S's. My only two S's, so it makes it easy to find them when I come back. 2, 3. Okay. So I want to see if that's the right multi-tool. If it is, it's, oops, wrong button. That is not the right multi-tool. Okay. Gosh darn it. I don't think it's a waveform thing. It's just hard to tell from these. I know it's not that one. I know it's not an S one. It's, maybe it's this one, prayer for perfection. I'll try to remember that if that actually ends up being the one. Okay, that's probably it because it's a C. Okay, let's see here. Yep, that's the one. So this is the one I had last time I went through, and I never repaired it, right? Because it's not something I use. So I'm going to take that one through again. And it's already broken, so who cares, right? In a different order. Oh, maybe some of it you can't do, like hazard protection is not doable. Oh, evidently not. Okay, that's okay. Pressurized pack. Let's see, if I do them in order here, it'll make it easier for me to put them back, right? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. From left to right. From top to bottom, left to right. That'll make it easier for me. Yeah. And then I won't mess things up. I'm surprised it's only been one so far that I can't, that I couldn't do this to. I kind of thought there would be more than one. Of course, we're getting down to these now. I'm thinking these would probably, yep, that's one of them. All right, next one. Probably just those two, I'm guessing. I don't know, maybe another one over there. No, I'm thinking just those two. Whoop. The jetpack, yeah, that ought to go. No, the jetpack won't? Oh. Huh, I'm surprised on that one. Okay. Okay, there we go. So I put all those things down in my inventory. I only got 3 things to worry about that are going to be broken. Hazard protection, life support, and the jetpack. So that's the only 3 things should be the only 3 things I have to fix after I do my jump. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, man. Okay, so we got our ship here. And we got our crappy multi-tool and no other multi-tool because we stored them, and which we probably don't have to do, but better safe than sorry. And we got this guy here, our little jumper ship, or what I call my jump ship. Okay. And we're like, I think we're like 8,000. Yeah, we're 8, so we should be able to, and we're at a black hole, right? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so we can jump through the black hole, and then we'll have, 1 or 2 more jumps after that. So we're at the black hole. Well, where's my freighter that we just came from? Is that it? Yeah, that's my freighter. And I thought it was pointing towards the black hole, but I guess not, huh? Yeah, come on. It's probably farther away, and it gets real small when it's farther away. Is that it? No. I don't know. I thought it was just to the side. Well, that's the problem with these black holes. You know, when you enter, you're right on top of them. But then when you start moving around, then you play hell finding them again. Is that my... Oh, that is my ship. Okay. And I thought I parked the ship somewhere around it, but no, that's right. I pulse drived out of the... So that's the problem. That's just too far away. So that's not a problem. Oh, there it is. There it is. Look how small it is. It's right up there. That's it right there. That's the black hole. Holy moly. Okay, let's see if we can pulse drive up to it. Yep. Okay, so we're going to go through that black hole, and that should put us about 1,000 light years away from the core. Yes, sirree. All right. Gosh, that looks like another paradise planet, isn't it? No. Okay. Looks are deceiving. All right, so we're should be about 1,000. Oh, 3,000. Okay, whatever. So we're under the 6 or 7 that, so we're not going to black holes. We're done. All right. So now we do the regular jumping. Okay. So you see up there it says destination Galactic Core. So we got a marked course. So we just kind of move the mouse to the right here because we're going to the right, and then we mark that spot. And then we move to the right up with our mouse a little bit because we're going to that spot. And move the mouse straight up because we're going to that spot. And move the mouse to the left because we're going to that spot. And that's a 683 light year jump for all those 4 jumps all in one. Probably after that we'll have that one little short jump, and then the next jump will be to the core. If it does it the same way it did it last time. This is only my second time doing a core jump, and we are in that galaxy number 19. So we should be jumping to galaxy number 20 when we do this time. Okay, so we made that big jump. Oh no, it's not a tiny one this time. Oh yeah, well that looks kind of tiny, so maybe it is. Yeah, we got one jump for 135. Yeah. Okay, so our next jump will be to the core, if it works like it did last time. The next jump will be the core jump, and that'll take us to the new galaxy. Wow, look at the rings on that planet. Wow, that's interesting. Okay. So we should be having our final core jump here, I'm thinking. Yeah, because this is the one where we can't see it. Yep, okay. Galaxy Center. Hyperdrive has no fuel. Whoop. I did that last time too. Hyperdrive.
Technology recharged.
There we go.
Hostile scan detected.
No, you just take your hostile scan and go away. We're busy. There we go. I just did a long press that time, just so we could get en route, which apparently we are. Yeah, so since I'm jumping from galaxy number 19, the core jump should, I'm thinking, take us to galaxy number 20. which will be my, what, sixth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, sixth. That will be my sixth, which I'll build another base around the portal on a planet in that system. So I'll have an anchor point for that galaxy. It takes a long time to do a core jump, you know? I'm still confused on the Atlas thing. And I'm still you know, it told me the first time I did that, you know, that first core jump, that I would have skipped several galaxies in my jump or something. That's what I read online, but you know, that just, you know, what you read online isn't necessarily always. Okay, there was our new one. So while I was gabbing away, whatever it said, Dr. Yaiwa or whatever it was, I'll look on you know, the wiki and see. It should be number 20, but I'll look once we get settled down and where I can. I don't like to switch my active. Yeah. Until we're at where the oh, here we go with all this stuff again.
Life support systems activated.
Another frozen planet? Is that the only place they throw you when you jump court? I wanted to look around a little bit this time and see if the ship's around, because
Aerial propulsion jetpack online.
Are you going to tell me where there's a nearby settlement this time as well?
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
That was so funny last time.
User initialization sequence complete.
Okie dokie, here we are in a new galaxy. Yeah.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
I don't know. I think I guess it just moves my it moves stuff from you know, my previous galaxy to this one or whatever, that active quest that I had, or I don't know. I guess that's why, because I had an active quest to go to an autophage settlement that, you know, because I have one settlement in Euclid. And this dude came and, yep, there it is. Some dude came and wanted, you know, me to come be the overseer in their settlement. And so I agreed to go. And it was on a lava planet, and I was like, oh, no, ain't no way I'm gonna be. Okay, now let's see. Let's see if we can just look. Nothing. Is this stuff damaged? This stuff didn't get damaged? Well, that is very surprising. Huh. Okay, well, let's put this stuff back. Okay. So, we started from the first spot here. We're just left to right. that worked. So that's very cool. We don't have to fork out all those resources to fix all this stuff. So that's very cool. But since I'm on a freezing planet, I thought we ought to put this stuff back up there, because I want to look around a little bit to see if the ship is actually here on the planet. Last time I didn't. I looked around a little bit, but mostly after I already called in my primary ship. So I just want to look around a little bit this time on foot. This is way cool. This worked out, so you can jump. You don't have to worry about damaging all that stuff in your exosuit and have to go through. This is a lot less time doing this than it would be to have to repair all. Not to mention the cost of the resources. You know? Yeah. This worked out good. That was a good plan there. All right. But I can't believe the ones that I left up there didn't get damaged. That's very, wow. I mean, I swear they got damaged last time on the last jump. Okay, so that guy's good. And the starship that I came over with is all blackened out. And of course the multi-tool, I expected, that's the way it was when we came, and that's the way I expect it to remain. I have no intentions of fixing that. That's going to be my, let me just remind myself what the name of that is again. The Prayer for Perfection. That's a perfect name for a tool to jump with. A prayer. I don't see my ship. I don't see an icon on the compass, you know, that would tell you there's a ship, but you know, it kind of reminds me like when you first start the game, how you kind of got to look around for a ship. Hold on, let me see now. I guess I ought to make sure these are, since we're on a freezing planet here. That's all oxygen stuff, and this is all other things, whatever. We can do those too. Not really that big. Whoops.
Technology recharged.
I don't know. I think we just have cold. I don't think we have any toxins or anything, but we'll go ahead and do these also on radiation and that one. And definitely not underwater, so, but whatever, we'll do those two.
Recharged. Technology recharged.
Okay.
Technology recharged.
And might as well pump him up.
Technology recharged.
Overall health. Okay, and yeah, the jetpack's working. Alright. Yep, I don't see no, oh wait, what's that? Did I see something up there? That was a bad jump there. I don't know, I thought I saw something up there when that plane went by. When that spacecraft went by up there, I thought I saw like the wings. No. Wow. That's a trip looking big old chunk of ice for pure ferrite thing. Okay. No, I thought I saw. I guess not. Maybe just pieces of ice there. But yeah, there's definitely no. And it would probably be on fire, so it should be pretty easy to see, right? If it's on fire. But I don't see nothing. Yeah, I'm guessing that I don't know. I don't know what actually happens to the ship that you come through with. Yeah. I mean, it seems like it just disappears. But it might be pretty far out, too. It might be pretty far away where we can't see the... Oh, my visor's damaged. Oh, yeah, that's part of the multi-tool. Duh. Okay. Alright, well... I don't see the ship. Like it's... Oh, wow. That's interesting because it had a base. It had a base last time too. When I came through, there was a base nearby. This one looks like one of those ones. No, it's not. Yeah, that does. That looks like one of those. What do they call those? A holographic communicator or whatever. The ones you use when we talk to Artemis and Null and. Huh. Huh. That looks like one of those. I'm pretty sure it is. Okay. Well, whatever. We'll go ahead and grab this marker. And I guess we're done here. That ship ain't around here. I don't know. I don't know where it is, but I ain't gonna spend a lot of time looking for it. When all I gotta do is call in my ship, my primary ship. Because, I'm getting cold. I can see all the frostiness showing up around the edges of my screen. So, that means I'm getting cold, which means I'm using up... Oh, I already used up all of that one. Wow. That went fast.
Recharged.
Okay. Alright, so let me find a flat spot to bring in my big ship with all the goodies on it and everything. And really don't matter. I don't really need no goodies, but then we're in the new system that I want to look at too. And maybe I better do that now before I forget what the heck it's supposed to be called. Hold on. Yeah, I'll bring that over where y'all can see it here. No Man's Sky, Galaxy, which should be number 20. Let's see what it said number 20 is. Yep, that's what it was. Okay, hold on. Let me put that in my notes. Oops. Number 20, DOCTINAWYRA. And that is number 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It's kind of interesting. When I set up a base, it will be my 20th base. All right. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't go for Calypso because, we could have just went 1, 2, 3. I wanted to get a higher number. 19 was the largest number I had. So I said, I'm going to go for the other end of the spectrum. I want to go up here somewhere. So That's why I didn't want to, because I noticed that, like when I came to this and I go to other planets and stuff, you don't see very many bases and stuff. But when you go to some of these, I mean, when I went to number 2, I didn't see very many bases and stuff. But number 19 is one I went to from a link in the anomaly. It was one of those featured bases that was located in the anomaly. So I've noticed that's a much more popular galaxy. There's bases all over the place in that galaxy because people can just click and go there. They don't have to do a core jump, So, yeah. So that's why I kind of wanted to get, like, off the beaten path kind of thing, I guess, which really didn't matter which one I went off of, because I was only, I haven't kept a close eye on the anomaly to see how often they put other galaxies in there for you to travel to. I'm guessing it's very limited. I got to keep a closer eye on it, really, but we'll see. Maybe over time they would put new other galaxies in there. I don't know, because it just seems to me the game that they, instead of making it easy, for people to get to these 255 galaxies with a bajillion planets and everything that they always brag about, they seem to be doing the opposite of making it difficult for people to get to these galaxies that they're always bragging about, with all the planets and now I've only been to 5 galaxies, but they're, it's pretty much more of the same as far as Euclid, Doesn't seem to be any earth-shaking, rattling kind of new discoveries going on in other galaxies. So I don't know. And maybe that's the reason. I have no idea. But it just seems odd that it's I mean, I bet you could ask the majority of the people in the game that play this game. The majority of the people have probably never been out of Euclid. The vast majority of people have probably never been out of Euclid. And the ones that have, the vast majority of them have only been to the ones that the anomaly has provided. Not a whole lot of people out there doing core jumps. Anyway, this is, and I noticed, I don't know if I forgot to mention it in my last, but this is my most recent ship that I built myself, and this ship has 8 of my, it's 8 of my storage, 8 of my 10 storages, and the 2 that it doesn't have, all they have in them are fossils. So anything and everything I have in the game, as far as a resource or anything I've collected except for fossils, is aboard this ship, because I have 8 storages. I have 0 through 7. Yep, that's number 7. There's number 6 over here, and here's 0 through 2. That's the first 3. And over here, 3, 4, and 5, and 6 and 7. So I have 8 of my 10 storages aboard this ship. Of course, plus I have the ship storage, and I have my personal inventory storage. So everything I would need is aboard this ship. So that's why when I did the first core jump, it was a non-issue for me, because I was able to summon the ship and everything I needed to repair everything was aboard this ship. So that's just something that I don't think I made a point out of in the last core jump video that I did. So I thought that was something that I might ought to mention in this core jump video, since I failed to do so in the last one. That was my saving grace, basically, of my first core jump, was having this ship with 8 of my 10 storages on board. So it's not a fancy ship. It's just got 6 full-size halves, basically. 3 on the first level, 3 on the second level. Plus the first level has all the nutrient processor and the refiner and the mission radar, which gives me my once a day quicksilver. I get 400 quicksilver a day. I love this one. You know, since I make those cakes, I always got a lot of milk, you know. So whenever I see that as my quicksilver, you know, I already did my quicksilver earlier today. This is very interesting. This is the first time I've ever got to do it twice. I guess because I did a core jump, it reset all that, so I get to get 800 quicksilver today. Wow, that's really cool. And the Dear Dairy one, I already have tons of milk because I make those cakes. Watch this. I don't even have to do nothing. It says all crew members are ready. Mission starting. Boom. Acquire the milk from friendly creatures. And it usually gives me a message telling me, there it is, mission success. Activate the mission, Corvette's mission radar to claim your rewards. And there, because I have all that milk in my inventory, I get my 400 quicksilver, and I didn't even have to step a foot away from the mission radar. Because I have a ton of milk in my inventory, because it's in the ship inventory, the milk is. It's in this ship inventory, the Starship inventory. You see here, milk. I got wild milk, I got fresh milk, and I got warm proto milk. Yeah, because I make lots of cakes, because I give cakes away to people. Stacks of 50. Anyway, that should do it, I guess, for this video. I can't think of anything else I need to say. I'm just going to go up and call my freighter into this new galaxy, and then I'm going to find a place where I can find a portal in this galaxy as an anchor point, and then I'm going to build a base somewhere near that portal. If the portal has lots of other bases around it, then I go directly south of the portal, and I build my base a little farther away, but I always go directly south. So anytime I have a base as an anchor base, what I call it, in the new galaxy, my anchor base will either be at the portal where you can actually see it from the base, or it will be south of the portal where if you can't actually see it, I know to just go directly north from my base and I'll find the portal. Because a lot of them are not marked. If they're not marked, I try to put a communication station there to mark the portal. Yeah, but if there's a lot of bases around there, you can't do that either. So some of these places, there's a ton of bases around a portal. Yeah, so sometimes that'll cause me to actually move to another planet to make my anchor base for a galaxy. If there's already a ton of people at the one that I planned on using. Anyway, see you next time, folks. Try to have fun out there in the stars.